So we need to have a routine, do we? Is that
we do? So keeping your dogs in their routine. So if you go out to work every day,
I've got a slide on this.
Oh, you have? There we go. If you go out to work every day, it's so important. Take your dog for a walk first thing in the morning if that's what you normally do. Also, it's a good way to get you going. Get work ready for work as normal, okay? And put your dog in the area where they normally hang out, so that it's when you go back to work. What I'm really worrying about is all these dogs are going to have separation anxiety because they've been with us so much. They then build up this thought that they are then responsible for us, and then everyone leaves and they go, oh my god, I can't do my job. And then
what did I do wrong?
Yeah, I'll touch on that in a minute because that's quite a big topic to talk about, and I think everyone needs to talk about that. But yeah, keep your dogs in an area where they normally go, whether that's outside in the garden or another area of the house with outside access, whatever works. Make sure that they can't see you while you are at home, because that's just a bit unfair, really, because they're going to want to be with you to look after you. So it's about separation whilst you're at home, only from Monday to Friday. Wait for them to calm down when you come back into that area. Don't just walk in and go, oh, hello, because you're just going to reinforce that behavior of I've missed you. Again, I'll talk about that in 1 second with the separation anxiety, because that's linked in with that. And then just always start treating your dogs when they're calm and interacting with them when they're calm, so they learn that calm gets loads. Because if they're feeling stressed, that means that they could be quite hyper. So a dog that's bouncing off the walls and crazy is usually a stressed out dog, not a dog that has lots of energy to burn. It's usually stress related. And then try not to use them as an emotional crutch. This is a biggie. And I have to say, with all the stresses that we've had over the last few weeks, I've had to dig deep for this one. We did start for the first 2 nights. I'll put my hand up. We had Pip on the bed for the first 2 nights. And then I gave myself a pep talk and said, what are you doing? This isn't fair. Kick her off. She's now not on the bed. Right. But we know that dogs help us with our stress levels. It's been documented, but on the sheet that I've left that people can probably access later, however you're going to do that, there was an amazing study that was released last year that tracked the cortisol levels in human stresses and how that impacted the dogs with their cortisol levels and their stresses, and they mirror them completely. So if you have someone with stress and anxiety, and they have a dog in their life, they fluctuate the same. Yeah, this is the report. It's a fantastic report. Highly recommend reading it. So I know it's a catch-22 because we love our dogs and they do help us calm down. But what I'm trying to say is find other ways to deal with your stress. Don't just put it all on your dog, because they can't cope with it either. And it's hard. It is really hard, but you may not see the impact of that yet, but you definitely will when life gets back to normal.
Okay. And I guess the other thing in there is, if we start talking about life will be normal again, and it is a nice opportunity to spend time with your dog, but in actual fact, you're probably doing more harm than good.
You could be, and it's a balance. It's like everything, really. These are guidelines. Everyone's different, but it's, so for us, we're in someone else's house now. I'm having to be very hardcore and put our dogs, we've only got a bedroom, I'm having to put them in our bedroom for 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon away from us. So, because at some point, hopefully we will be going off to the UK, they will be staying here with my sister, and they all work full time.
Yeah, okay.
And so they're going to need to be able to be okay on their own. So although we can't go out so much, I'm still physically separating us.
So if anyone has a question, and I know there's a few of you watching at the moment,